I, on behalf of Hazara diaspora, on behalf of a Hazara individual, and on behalf of hundreds of thousands of deprived Hazaras in Afghanistan and around the world, here would like to say and raise our voice against the ongoing discrimination against the Hazaras in Afghanistan especially. But before going to the point, I would like to give a brief description. Why are we here today? Who are we? And how come is it that every now and then at the very same place we come here, and instead of celebrating a party, celebrating a festival, why are we here each time to mourn our people, or to raise our voices against injustice and discrimination? A few months ago, it wasn't even a year that we were here against the ongoing killings and genocide of the Hazaras in Afghanistan. Now again today we are here, again the same very discrimination being kept on by the fascist regime of Afghanistan, by this racist government of Afghanistan. And in other words, even if I say very precisely the words of David Cameron, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, said, the fantastically corrupt government of Afghanistan. And Mr. Ashraf Ghani, who is the president of this corrupt country, corrupt government, and he's supporting the discrimination and all these genocide which has been happening in other forms and shapes. It's not necessarily that you kill someone physically, but even if you keep a whole nation, an ethnic group, just because they are Hazaras, if you keep them deprived of their basic rights, it's a genocide. As United Nations defines genocide, that elimination of a group of people based on their culture, based on their religion, based on their language, is a genocide. Is it partly or completely? If you keep a group of people deprived of their basic rights, there is a genocide, and which is going on against the Hazaras. But who are the Hazaras? Hazaras are one of the ethnic minorities which comprise some 20 to 25% of the population of Afghanistan, and mainly populated in the central regions of Hazarajat, Afghanistan. We all have heard when in the international media almost every day that TUTAP is a project, abbreviation of Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan and Pakistan. There's a power transmission project supposedly coming from Turkmenistan all the way to the south of Afghanistan, to the Kabul and then to the south. And the route was through the central region of Afghanistan, which is Hazarajat. And it was approved by internationally recognized and very well-known institution, Geological Survey Institution, FISHNA, in Germany, that the safest and the most cost-effective route for this power transmission of 500 kilovolts from Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan mainly, going to the south, that route is from central region of Afghanistan, the Bamian province. But it would have not been a matter of objection for us at all if the change of that route has been an issue of technical matter, which is not, unfortunately. The route has been set to go from Turkmenistan to the south through central region of Afghanistan. But because the central region of Afghanistan is populated by the Hazaras, this racist government of Afghanistan has changed the route from Bamian to another route, which is a very obvious discrimination against the basic human rights of the Hazaras. And this is not the first time Hazaras has been facing this discrimination. This is all through the history. at least 100 years of the history, of the known history, that Hazaras have been subject to genocide, killings, kidnapping, violence, and even slavery. We all remember the 1892 and 93, the dark era of Afghanistan, the dark time of Afghanistan when a dark king of Afghanistan, Abdul Rahman, killed more than 62% of the whole population of the Hazaras. The whole population of the Hazaras were wiped out from the surface of this earth. And this is not the medieval time I'm talking about. This is just 100 years ago. And the continuation of the same policy today even is going on in different names and shapes and forms. And Mr. Ghani Ahmad Zai, being the president of Afghanistan, is the last successor of his forefathers who have been doing this, the same procedure, following the same procedure. But we want to let him know, and all those fascist regime of Afghanistan, that the Hazaras are not the Hazaras of 100 years ago. You cannot make us slave anymore. You can kill us, of course, which you have been doing, but you cannot lower our voice. We will keep raising our voice to every forum, to every platform, to every stage, wherever we can, whichever part of the city we live on, whichever part of the country, whichever part of this world we live on, we will keep raising our voice. One of the devil and vicious act of this government is to silence the people. Even a couple of weeks back, we all saw that when President Ghani was supposed to give a speech in London, peaceful demonstrators, when asked about his corruption, he was beaten up and silenced in the heart of London. Now you can imagine if that protester was in Kabul somewhere, what would have been then? Surely he must have been shot in the head. So that is why we say we want freedom of expression. We want a very basic rights to live. And now this power transmission line, the TUTAP, it has to go through Bamian. We see no other reason but the discrimination against the Hazaras. It's because you don't like our faces, because we have different look. And who else knows better than a Hazara what pain a discrimination gives you? How painful is it that you are discriminated just because how you look, what language do you speak, and what religion you have? I have the religion what I have. I speak what I speak. I am what I am. I cannot change it. There is something I did not choose to be. I am a Hazara and I'm proud of it. I see no reason to be ashamed of that. Why should I be ashamed of that just because I look different? I don't look like you. I don't speak the language you do, and I don't follow the version of religion you do. So that is why I should be discriminated. This is a shame. This is a shame for Mr. Ashraf Ghani. This is a shame for all those racist regimes in Afghanistan who are against the equality of citizens of Afghanistan. We are here to raise the harmony and the mutual understanding of all the ethnic groups in Afghanistan, be it Pashtun, be it Tajik, Uzbek, or Hazara. We want justice for everyone. Every single citizen should be equal. And this is the violation of Afghanistan's constitution when Ashraf Ghani tries to spin the matter behind the curtains of his spin. They are very well spin doctors. Now they say it's a technical issue. The power transmission line should not go through the Bamian because it's not safe. It's a bunch of lies. The international recognized experts, they have said that the safest route is through Bamian. The best route is through Bamian. The most cost-effective route is through Bamian, and it has to be through Bamian. Unless you hate the Hazaras. That's another matter, and we are against that matter. We are not here against Pashtuns. We want electricity to be transmitted to South, to Kandahar, to Kabul, to everywhere. We want every single home in Afghanistan to be enlightened, be it in the south, north, east, or west, wherever. Every single city of Afghanistan is my city. Every single home in Afghanistan is my home. I want the whole of Afghanistan to live peacefully amongst each other, every citizen. Now the government is doing vicious acts that it is the Hazaras who are creating problems every time. Now look, Hazaras are the second vice president of Afghanistan. Now look at the Hazaras who are a slave. He is now the second vice president and the second chief executive of Afghanistan. So what else do you want? Mr. President Ahmad Zaid, we want to let you know that this is what we want is for every single individual of Afghanistan. This is not just for the Hazaras. And especially, I'm here to say, to request my Pashtun brothers, my Tajik brothers, my Uzbek brothers, that the unity, if you want, is the equal rights for all of us. If a right you want for a Pashtun home, that right has to be demanded for a Hazara home. If you stand with a Hazara today, tomorrow all the Hazaras will be with the Pashtuns as we are today. When we say Pashtuns are more responsible, it is not that I'm against Pashtuns. I'm a Hazara Pashtun, I'm a Hazara Tajik, and I'm a Hazara Uzbek. So please don't make it an ethnic-based division. This is the demand of justice by the Hazaras for every single individual of Afghanistan, not just for the Hazaras. And we cannot accept this discrimination anymore in this 21st century. And when we are gathered here in front of Danish Parliament, as we all are citizens of this country, we have voted our representative to be in this respectable noble house. Right behind me here, we have a request from our politicians, from the government of Denmark, to press the government of Afghanistan, to this corrupt government of Afghanistan, to apply the Constitution of Afghanistan, to respect the Constitution of Afghanistan, to make it possible for every single individual of Afghanistan to have its basic rights. That's all what we want, and nothing else. And all we want is justice, enlightenment, and light. Thank you very much.